Hello, this is day 4 on the road to 2000. Okay, this guy's 50 elo above me. So, I usually pin the knight and just exchange it. Because when I play the perk, I remember reviewing that people like to trade off their light square bishop for the knight. It's like it's a weak piece for some reason. Okay, he just went back, so if he captures my C pawn, I'm just gonna recapture my knight, put pressure on this Eve pawn. I can also develop my rook to the C file. Okay, he pushes his pawn. So if I exchange my knight, I mean my bishop for the knight, eventually I want to move my other knight out of this square so I can push my F pawn forward. I'm really not sure how to go about doing that. I feel like if I move my knight over here, it can be trapped. I can also push a6 pawn, then b5, get rid of this knight so I can target the e pawn again. So he's going for a bishop exchange. I assume that's what he's trying to do there. Okay, now that he pushed it, I'm forced to take this. So I can centralize my knight. And then move this knight back so I can push the f pawn. We're up on time by 1 minute. Which is pretty good. So if he moves his queen to e2, he's gonna have to undevelop his knight if I push the b pawn b4. I'm also creating weakness over here because he can target that, which I don't particularly mind. Okay, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that move. I can move my knight over here. I don't know what that accomplishes though. I'm targeting the pawn, so he would have to move his queen back, assuming he doesn't want to lose the pawn. Is that an okay move? I have a bishop here, so oh, now he can. I see why you play the bishop move. He can move the f pawn there. So what do I want to do here? I'm not too sure. I just went with my first plan, which I was gonna do that originally. Okay, he still had to move this knight there because this pawn would have fell, the e4 pawn. Okay. Trying to see if there's any tactic if I move my knight to c4. Because he just brings his queen to the c file. I'm not really seeing it. I need to develop my queen though. I mean, it could be an okay move, the knight to c4, and then taking the pawn. I'm gonna try it. I haven't really calculated too deep. Because if I take the pawn, there's a discovery attack on the queen if he recaptures by moving the knight out of the way, but it's kind of unclear because if I move the knight here, he can just take with rook. So if I take the knight, if I take the pawn, he captures my knight. And then I'm threatening to attack his bishop and his queen. He takes. Kind of scared, like thinking that I'm blundering something, which it might be. So he can push the pawn. I think that's his best move. And I capture the pawn. No, I don't capture the pawn here. I could. Does it make a difference though? So I take pawn. Then my knight's hanging, so I can't. His queen's hanging too. If Yeah, I'm not gonna recapture that pawn because it looks a little bit complicated. I'm just gonna take the bishop. And he can't really take on the b pawn because his rook would be hanging on this diagonal. Okay, he does do that c pawn move, which I was expecting. Oh, I just take the bishop here, right? I'm gonna think too much because I might have a time advantage. I want to keep the time advantage. As long as I'm not blundering anything, it should be fine. Okay, he's targeting my knight, which I don't like that. I can target his queen if I move my bishop over here during like some separate check, but I don't think that does accomplish as much. So I need to defend my knight. If I defend it with h6 and he pushes the pawn, I can just relocate my knight to h7. I think that's the most precise. He can also play f4 and target my knight that way. Because I could have played bishop to h6 over here and threaten like a discovered attack. Because I would threaten a check and it'd be targeting the queen, but I don't think he's gonna fall for it. I think he would just move his queen. So I didn't bother doing that. Okay. So I can bring my queen to a5. I can take the pawn too. If I take the pawn, he captures with knight. I move my queen. I think I win another pawn if I just take the pawn. But this pawn's hanging if I move my queen. It's not. I want to keep the time advantage and I waste a minute. Somehow. I'm not sure what I did. Okay. So that knight can't really develop without losing the pawn. I need to start moving faster. Like, I can't waste time. So I'm just gonna move my rook to the b file. I'm up 2 pawns, so I need to just trade everything down and try to win the endgame. Even though my endgame's not that great. Okay, he captures. I need to recapture. He takes. I do not capture with pawn. I think capture with rook is a better move. So where's she going with that knight? What I want to know. I have to move faster. I have a minute on the clock. Okay. Do I just take the knight? No, I don't do that. Okay, he's threatening my pawn here. $30 on the clock. This is not looking great. Oh wait, I could have just taken that bishop. But my knight was hanging still. No. He's trying on my rook. Just. Wait, I messed up. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was stupid of me. Wait, no, not really. I can win it back though. That was real dumb of me. $18. Like, this is it's gonna be real challenging to win if I could pull off a win. Cause I just have to move fast. Like, I have no time to think. So I'm trading a check, just to trade off the material. Okay, he goes after my. I'm gonna take. Let's pre-move this just to try to save some time. Assuming he does trade, doesn't have to trade. He does trade, okay. Oh, shish kebab. Here. 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 Hope I'm not losing to any tactics here. Okay, do I win that pawn? My knight's getting forked. My knight's getting screwed. Let's just take it, bring it back. Nah, this is nerve-wracking. 20 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna just exchange here. Kinda have to move fast. Even though I'm not moving fast. He checks me. I can go here, I think. Here. Here. Oh, shish kebab. I think he's threatening a mate here. Wait, I just fumbled mate. I said that and I... Oh my goodness. 'Cause I saw the pawn was getting attacked. Damn. That sucks. I'm gonna game review it real fast. I knew it was threatening mate, but I saw the pawn and I was like, okay, I have to protect my pawn. This guy played very good at the end game. Just crushed me. Because my time was kind of low at the end, so that's why I kind of rushed that move. Just needed to make a move. Wow, we played bad. 69%, 72%. This wasn't a good game. This is all fine. You missed an opportunity to win the fork. Where was the fork at? Best. Okay, yeah. Let's say he takes. I take. He's supposed to give me the queen there? What happens if he goes here? Yeah, that's too long a line where I'm not going to calculate that. Okay, let's go back to the actual what happened in the game. So I think I should have just kept this king away from my king. It says I'm winning by a lot here. Or was winning until I traded off all the pieces. No, I didn't have an advantage here. Right here was okay, but when I moved my rook there, I was losing. Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Click on there. Okay. So I did not have an advantage here. It was just even. So I just fumbled the game. So what was I supposed to do here? Oh, protect my pawn. And then if he moves the king over here, I just backtrack the rook. Yeah, I just fumbled. 15 seconds. So this is still a draw. Apparently if I go here, takes. Wait. Yeah, there's no way I was gonna play this accurately. Just have to keep giving checks, I guess. Yeah, that's what the thing's recommending. Alright, so the first game is a loss. Let's get another game in. That was a brutal game though, towards the end. Black pieces again. So I didn't want to play e6 because I would be blocking my own bishop. I don't know why I keep pinning on the knight when it doesn't really accomplish anything. Probably should have just castled. Been a safer option. I assume he's gonna take over his queen. Yeah. So if I play e5, I'm threatening to take his piece, one of his pieces. If he captures with the pawn, I win the bishop, I think. But I might have to castle at some point. Okay. Okay, he takes. Oh, I did not see that check here. Great. I wonder if I just move my king like... I don't think moving the king to f8 is good. I can move my knight back, and it's in a pin. And I can castle afterwards. I was thinking of moving to c6, but for some reason I played d7. Like, I have instinct just to guard the knight again, give another defender. Okay, I'm not sure what that does. I just need a castle. So I can put my knight on e4 square. Oh, well, I could have intuited that. I can attack his bishop with my pawn. I can move my knight to d5. You can always exchange here, I think. So this pawn's kind of pinned, because if I move my pawn, the queen's under attack. And now he's attacking my knight. I can keep attacking his queen. Possibly. Can attack the bishop as well. I think I'm just gonna attack the bishop. And this pawn I can just defend it with a rook, maybe. My knight's still under attack. I don't think this is an accurate move by me, because eventually if he pushes the pawn, he can develop his bishop and then my queen's under attack. Okay, I need to recapture my material. Let's see what he does. Where do I want to move my queen? I don't want to go back into that pin on d7. So I might move to b6 instead. I my pawn's kind of under attack if I move my knight. I don't want to waste any more time, so this might not be the best move, but it's a move. He centralizes knight. That's a powerful knight that he has there on d4. So I want to develop my rook on the e8 file. He moved his knight back. Do I win a queen if he takes my pawn and I move my knight out of the way? Because the rook's not defended by anything. Not too sure. I think I'm gonna try it. Now he doesn't have to take my pawn is the real issue here. But he does have to move the queen. And the only legal square for the queen, besides taking the pawn to bring the safety, is h2. Or maybe there's a square here too. But I feel like if I develop my bishop, he gets the kind of trap there. He takes. I'm not sure why he took. I think he loses his queen that way, right? Or he loses a rook at least. Oh, maybe he doesn't. I didn't calculate. I didn't have enough depth to realize that he can just defend that way. And if I had played e4 with my knight instead of taking on d5, instead of moving my knight to h5, that would have been better. That kind of sucks. Well, we're taking this. Develop my rook. So I lost the pawn here. I think I'm gonna play a5 and whoa, might have to play b6 first. A5 doesn't really gives him a free pawn. I see that the rook's still on the diagonal, and he can't really move his bishop without losing this pawn. He could play g4 and just push away my knight. I wonder if there's a tactic if I move to g3. Like assuming he plays g4. Okay, let me try to calculate this. Let's say he plays g4. I played knight g3. He captures. I capture, he's in check. He moves to this square. I take this pawn. He moves back. I take another pawn. I don't think that works. I mean, it could work, but... Okay, so he gives me the pawn back. Which is fine by me. Not sure what's his next move. We're gonna take this. Okay, he's attacking my rook and I'm attacking his rook. Wait, don't I just... Isn't that a free piece? Because I can just take his rook. And then he can take mine and I take the bishop. What's he doing? Is there some type of tactic here? Oh no, no. His knight's defending the rook. Okay, so... What if I just push the b6 with my pawn? Let me figure this out. I take, he takes. Not too sure. So I take, he takes. The rooks are gone. I think I have to take here. I'm just gonna take. Okay, so I'm gonna reposition my knight. Mm-hmm. 30 seconds again. I'm gonna lose to time because I don't know what to do here. Let's just reposition the knight. Oh, I have to go faster. I can push the stage 5 pawn. Okay, he's offering a trade of knights. I don't have time to think, so I'm just gonna accept it. Okay, do I have an extra pawn? Why does it feel that way? Interesting. I'm not sure. This is unclear. I'm just gonna move fast. I know I should be calculating here. He has to take the pawn. I take his thing. His pawn. I think I promote faster, right? Because he has to move his king. Oh, maybe not if he does that. If I go here. Wait, does he promote and then he checks me? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. I think he checks me, and then we have to trade pawns. This is a little bit confusing. I think this is a draw. Because he checks me here. I don't think there's any more checks here. Where's his check at? I don't have time to think. Hoping that they're like losing the mate somehow. These games are brutal because like it's coming down to the very end, and the best I get a draw. I need to take. He checks. I'm just gonna block. Wherever he tries it. Oh, he just took. Okay, that's fine. So we only lost 1 point off that. It's okay. Do I want to game review this one? Not really. There might have been a win at some point, but I didn't really see it, so. So those are on 2 games played. Debating if I wanted to play another one. Let me give this guy a good game. Send the word, good game. I think that's it for now. If I do continue to play, I'll just make a part 2 to the day 4 of the grind to the K. So thanks for watching. Peace out.